Whew. All right, peace and blessings again, y'all, and happy Wednesday again. I am Brandy, for those of you who do not know, and this is day 31, the last day, of course, because it's the last day of January. Day 31 of jumping into January. Oh, woo! Jumped right into that thing. And we're just gonna say this is gonna be a conglomerate of something. Bless it, God. I didn't have anything in particular right now other than this particular scripture, and it stood out very much because it's been in so many ways ringing in my mind. I've just been hearing the race is not given to the swift. The race is not given to the swift. So coming to this, and the crazy thing is the translation that I'm reading from, that's not how it's said, but we're still going to come from this translation because I like how it's written here too. All right, so it is Ecclesiastes 9. Don't ever try to say that book very fast, you might mess up in a major way. All right, but it's Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 11. And it says, I have observed something else under the sun. The fastest runner doesn't always win the race, and the strongest warrior doesn't always win the battle. The wise sometimes go hungry, and the skillful are not necessarily wealthy. And those who are educated don't always lead successful lives. It is all decided by chance, by being in the right place at the right time. Um, and jumping into January on this day, I wanted to speak about endurance, the ability to endure. And of course, that could be from a mental, emotional, physical, and definitely spiritual standpoint. That's why I said I didn't want to, specify or whatever the case may be, because it literally is from all quadrants of fitness. And we know that it takes a different kind of strength to be able to endure in each quadrant. I know physically, the ability to endure is something that it grows. You start at one level and you gradually increase and you become better in your ability to endure. It's endurance test, what we usually call it, and sometimes the talk test is one of the ways that we're able to test the endurance of people and the level that they're, graduating into. And we know that spiritually, we're tested as well. God gives us tests, and sometimes we pass, and sometimes we have to take the test again. How many of y'all have had to take a test over and 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 over again? Yeah, me too. And so, from an emotional and a mental standpoint, it can become very frustrating. And this verse is something that I feel is very, blessed God, it is very, what I'll say, soothing to the mind, because it lets us know that, it's not always the fastest person. It's not always the wisest person or whatever the case may be that gets, the best outcome, but it's the person that is able to endure. So we want to be the people who are able to endure. And we have to lean on the one who created us to be able to endure in every area of our lives. So that's what we're going to focus on this day and from this day forward. The ability to endure, having our capacity stretched in the ability to endure. Because we know that if we endure, that we are, it's like inevitable, it's destined that in our ability to endure, that we receive great. That's the outcome. We receive great. But in that endurance, we have someone who's going to help us.